What's good? What's good? It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing back at y'all with some boxing news. All right. So, promoters Bob Arum and Frank Warren are both confident that we can get a undisputed heavyweight fight between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk sometime this year. They actually want to shoot for this year, so that's interesting. Usyk just coming off of a good performance against Anthony Joshua, beating him for the second time, retaining the WBA, IBF, WBO, and Ring Magazine. That's dope, okay? I'm happy for that. I'm happy to see that. Again, I've told people like Tyson Fury, you can't take anything he says real serious. Tyson Fury, you just don't, you never know. He'll say he wants to retire. Next thing he say he's gonna come bash somebody's head in, and Tyson Fury just be all over the place, man. So you just don't know with Tyson Fury. You know, he was on that cocaine, but he's not on that anymore. So, listen, this is a fight that I think should happen. We haven't had an undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis or whatnot. So, I think this needs to happen. This is important for boxing. The only thing is, I don't think that it will be as huge as they're trying to say. Matter of fact, let's read what they got to say. So, according to SB Nation, promoters confident Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk fight will happen. So, for y'all that don't know, Bob Arum and Frank Warren, they're pretty much in cahoots, so that's another reason why I feel like this fight will happen. But anyways, let's read. Promoters Bob Arum and Frank Warren are both confident that the undisputed heavyweight championship fight between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk will happen following Usyk's rematch over Anthony Joshua this past Saturday. Fury, 32-0 with 23 knockouts, still holds the WBC title despite of being officially retired, a position he made clear a few times lately, though with a little gap in between where he was reportedly working on a December fight with Derek Chisora. That's crazy because, bro, I didn't want to say. I think he already beat dude twice. Well, yeah, it says it right here. A French contender he beaten twice already. Usyk, 20-0 with 13 knockouts, has the other belt, WBA, IBF, and WBO, and also the Ring Magazine Championship, which was recently stripped from Fury, put up for grabs for Usyk and Joshua too. Most importantly, it's clear that they're the top two heavyweights in boxing. At least if like many, you aren't taking Fury's retirement seriously. Usyk says it's the only fight he wants, and that if he doesn't get it, he's done fighting. Fury has indicated preliminary interest at the very least. Top ranked Bob Arum, who has co-promoted Fury for the last few years, tweeted or had someone tweet for him that he believed the fight will happen. Top Ranks and our co-promoter Frank Warren, Queensberry Promotions, are hopeful that we can make the biggest heavyweight championship fight since Ali and Frazier. Again, I don't think that's the biggest fight since Ali and Frazier. I think that Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis will be way bigger than what this is, but whatever. They got to sell the fight. Arum's tweet mentioned co-promoter Frank Warren, who sat down with IFL TV and had this to say. At the moment, it's a fight that both fighters want to make, but they just kind of said Fury is kind of on the ropes about it. But this is 4 belts. It's probably the biggest fight since Ali and Frazier. It's not. I really do think that they're both undefeated. Tyson's the best in his generation. According to some quarters, Usyk is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. It doesn't get any better than that. This is the blue ribbon event of world boxing, the heavyweight championship for 4 belts to find out who's the best heavyweight on the planet. These things happen very, very rarely. If a country or somebody wants to host this event, they're going to have to dig deep. Well, we know it can't be in America because of Tyson Fury not able to get out here. We can't get the fight. That was me. That was not me reading. That's me talking to y'all. We can't get the fight in the United Kingdom until next spring, at the earliest, because if we're gonna go over here, it would have to be at the Wembley, and we want to get it done before the end of the year. There has been interest from various places, and we will go where the money is. There aren't any politics or TVs in the way. It's a much easier fight to get on. The only thing that's going to be an issue is where we generate the money. So basically, they're saying they're looking for wherever the money is. Well, I don't think it'll be the biggest fight since Ali and Frazier. simply because, and I don't mean to sound, this is gonna sound a little biased, but that fight will not be that big in America. And I don't mean, I'm just being honest. You know, a lot of people might not like to hear that, but that's just the honest to God facts. That fight will not be that big in America. Only the hardcore boxing fans will be tuned into that fight out here. Yes, Tyson Fury did very, very great numbers with Deontay Wilder, but remember, Deontay Wilder is an American champion. And so I don't see that fight being that big over here. Now in the UK, that fight is gonna be huge. That's gonna be a huge fight in the UK. All right, that's cool, but I don't agree. And I'm not down. It's a meaningful fight. It's a fight that we need. I'm not mad at the fight at all. But saying that it's the biggest fight since Ali and Frazier, that's a bit of a stretch. More so, the fight is gonna be very tricky and tactical. It's gonna be a tactical fight. I'm gonna be interested in it because I'm a diehard boxing fan, but the casual who does not understand boxing may not gravitate towards these two styles matching up against each other. Tyson Fury can make it for somewhat of a fun fight, but their styles just really don't. I don't know if their style's gonna mesh well enough to make the casual just say, oh my gosh, this is just the greatest fight since since Ali and Frazier. But nevertheless, this is definitely the most important fight in the heavyweight division at the moment, because actually, if you want me to be honest, and this might be a stretch, but I actually think that if Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua was the fight, that fight would actually be bigger at this point. I think that fight would still be bigger than Tyson Fury versus Usyk. I think it not now. Obviously, it wouldn't be more important than their fights, but I think that fight would still be bigger than Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I definitely feel that way. But nevertheless, this is gonna be a big fight in the UK. Very interesting style. Like I said, it's gonna be a very tactical fight. But it is a fight that I would be interested in. So let me know what you guys think. Who do you see winning this fight? What do you think the capability of this fight happening? Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?